True professionalism and adherence to safety requires planning before the job ever begins. That is why all contractors at Dow AgroSciences will use hazard planning tools. These tools may vary from site to site. Depending on which Dow AgroSciences site you are working at or what your roles are, you may be asked to use one or more of the following hazard planning tools. A project-specific safety plan, a pre-task analysis or PTA card, or a continuous hazard analysis tool or CHAT card. Regardless, a Safe Work Permit or SWP is required at every Dow AgroSciences site for every work activity. This is in addition to the just mentioned hazard planning tools. Your supervisor, working with your designated Dow AgroSciences contact, will take great care in completing the SWP. Together, they will review your day's tasks and the hazards associated with them, and then complete an inspection of your work area. You also play a valuable role in the SWP process. Listen carefully when your hazards are reviewed. Take an active role in the process and in communicating with your supervisor at the start of each day. Each crew member must then sign their name, verifying they understand and will abide by the SWP. Finally, the contractor will post these signed SWPs in the work area. When entering your work area, review the hazards of the crews working around you. Their hazards can quickly become yours. Life-critical standards is a term you will hear often at Dow AgroSciences. Life-critical standards are hydroblasting, isolation of energy, line equipment opening, hot work, elevated work, electrical, confined spaces, and the SWP process. Dow AgroSciences recognizes that these hazards pose significant risks to workers. Each of these areas have significant additional requirements. Ask your Dow AgroSciences contact for details. Besides your SWPs and life-critical standards, many permits, forms, and plans will become part of your daily life while working at Dow AgroSciences facilities. Here is a list of some of the permits you may encounter. Safe Work Permit, Line and Equipment Opening, or LEO Permit, Confined Space Entry, or CSE Permit, Energy Isolation Permit, Groundbreaking Permit, and Roof Access Permit. Throughout this video, you will hear an audio cue and see the permit required for the work under discussion. For example, a roof entry permit is required before entering or working on any roof. You will obtain these permits and any related safety forms from your Dow AgroSciences contact. Wearing the appropriate attire for the job is a requirement at all Dow AgroSciences sites. For your safety, rings, jewelry, unrestrained long hair, or loose-fitting clothes are not allowed. Because clothing is not enough protection from most hazards, your attire will always include personal protective equipment, commonly called PPE. Your Dow AgroSciences contact can assist you if you have any questions about our PPE program. But here are the minimum PPE requirements for the various work sites. ANSI-approved safety glasses with side shields are required 100% of the time in all construction, maintenance, and operations areas, as well as in labs and fields. Appropriate gloves and ANSI-approved safety-toed boots are required 100% of the time in all construction, maintenance, and operations areas. Hard hats are required 100% of the time in all construction areas and in operations and maintenance areas when overhead hazards are present. Since PPE is based on the task being performed and the hazards present, these minimum PPE requirements will usually not be enough. For example, in addition to your safety glasses, ANSI-approved goggles or face shields are required when working with certain chemicals or working overhead. Dow AgroSciences has a strong commitment to protecting natural resources and has a well-developed environmental policy. So be aware of the following. Process piping can be found at many work sites. If you spot a leak or spill, use caution and immediately notify security, your supervisor, and your Dow AgroSciences contact. Also, never dump hazardous chemicals down drains. When near drains or sewer inlets or using flammable liquid quantities greater than 55 gallons, you must prevent accidental discharge by using secondary containment, containment pallets, or drain plugs. Hazardous wastes like used oil, fluorescent bulbs, waste cleaning chemicals, like lifts, scaffolds have significant site regulations. We require all scaffolds to be erected by a competent person, be on solid footing, have all working levels fully planked, have ladder access, and have fall protection on all levels above 6 feet or 2 meters. This requires a 42-inch or 1.1 meter handrail capable of withstanding 200 pounds of force in any direction, 21-inch or 0.5 meter midrail, and tow boards. If handrails are not possible, a personal fall arrest system must be used by all employees, including those involved in the erection and dismantling process. Scaffolds must also be inspected daily by the competent person and be properly tagged with a green, yellow, or red tag designating the status of the scaffold. Extension ladders must extend 3 feet or 1 meter past the area you are accessing, must be tied off at all times, and always be at a 4-to-1 angle. You must maintain 3 points of contact while climbing any type of ladder and have additional fall protection when you have to work over 6 feet or 2 meters. Your belt buckle should never extend outside the side rails of your ladder. This could cause you to overreach and lose your balance. Don't carry anything in your hands while climbing ladders. And finally, another employee must hold your ladder when you are securing and unsecuring the top of your ladder. Regarding holes and floor covers, a hole is defined as any opening over 2 inches or 5 centimeters in its least dimension in a roof, floor, or walkway. All holes and openings must be covered. All holes need to be marked hole or cover, do not remove, and be secured to prevent displacement. All covers must be able to withstand twice the intended weight of employees, equipment, and material that may be imposed on them. If your job requires you to penetrate the ground deeper than 6 inches or 15 centimeters, a groundbreaking permit must be completed. All utilities must be located, and the underground reference drawing must be reviewed. Additionally, any work in an excavation over 4 feet or 1.2 meters deep requires written inspection by a competent person, a ladder or ramp for access egress, and a Dow AgroSciences confined space entry permit. To prevent excavation cave-ins, anything deeper than 5 feet or 1.5 meters must have sloping, shoring, or protective systems. It is important that if you have any questions, that you ask your supervisor or Dow AgroSciences contact. If these safety processes seem complex, we agree, they are. Yet we know you will do your part in making sure everyone stays safe, healthy, and alive. As one group of professionals to another, welcome to Dow AgroSciences. Working together, we are bringing hope to a hungry world.